Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Let the holiday travel begin. But is it friends or family? And some amazing new luggage technology to share.
I'm celebrity makeup artist Mickey Williams, and we'll talk to a plastic surgeon about how to turn back time on your eyes.
I'm senior producer Joey Panic, and I love to book unusual animals and have my ladies interact with them. Well, today it backfired, and I have to face my fear of big black snakes right in front of all of you.
And I'm Linda Carson. Thanksgiving gatherings can lead to a little too much fun. Our defense attorney is here with holiday advice. Plus, it's makeover madness. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Mickey Williams and Joey. What a fun Friday. I'm so excited.
I wish Bo Beth was here.
I
Well, then I
know.
wouldn't be, but I mean, I wish she was here too.
Well, you'd be here too, but
Yes.
Beth wasn't feeling well.
No, and we are sad that she's not able to be with us today. And the best thing about having Joey as our senior producer is when we do have little emergencies, which, by the way, do happen quite daily here, you can just pitch in and join us.
Except I don't usually visualize myself in the segments, so there's a couple I'm a little nervous about.
I love this.
It's one that includes an owl and a snake and what else?
I'm hoping to be in the kitchen at that point.
No, oh, no. We're going to face your fears head on
I'm sure
today.
the snake can make it to the kitchen too.
Good point there. Well, I know who has made it to the kitchen today, and we're very glad to have her back. Nicole Kudal, our favorite blogger from My Delicious Blog. What are we making today?
Today we're making a kale salad using some beautiful red Russian kale from Geraldson Farm in Bradenton. And this one is so good, it'll make a kale lover out of anyone.
Okay, I'm going to take that challenge because I'm not a kale lover, but I do like your reasons for doing a healthy salad today. Tell us what your thought process was.
Well, I think the week before Thanksgiving should be all about pacing. So we're all gearing up for the big day, so any type of salad would be a great addition to your menu for dinner, for lunch, whatever makes sense. But this is a very light salad that could even be a dinner or a side salad, whatever you like. But
okay, and translation, we're saving calories for
Yes,
the pie on Thursday. That's what we're doing. We're going to pace ourselves.
Yes, you save 100 calories a day for 5 days. You can have a small piece of pie.
That's right.
Or
Like
several.
an
I
investment.
don't live by those rules. I just swim more or run more.
Well, it's working, whatever you're living by.
I want your rules.
It is also Makeover Madness, so we want to say hello to Nicole.
So I'm a concierge at the Ritz-Carlton, and season is coming up, so I'm really excited to get a makeover today. It's important at the hotel that I look good and a professional in the lobby, so I'm excited to see what happens today.
We love that. And
Can't
we
wait to see it.
Yes, exactly. She is with Coral and our friends from Cutting Loose right now, and we will check in with her throughout the show.
She is so great, I have to say. She used to be, she was a maitre d' at a number of restaurants, and then now she's been at the Ritz for years. She's like one of the nicest people. She's always at events supporting. She knows everybody. I'm just so excited that she's going to be the makeover. I can't wait to see it. She's got that kinky curly hair, so I
And
can't
do something for herself, too.
Yeah.
She's obviously in the service industry, making other people happy all the time. So we love it when people take time for themselves. Okay, I do have to tell a quick family update story. We talked earlier in the week about my big blended family photo shoot and how it went surprisingly well. Yeah, well, it all fell apart when the previews came in. Did you know that it is impossible to find a picture that 7 people and 2 dogs are happy with? I should, but will not, for the sake of my family's embarrassment, read you the text where my teenagers described in detail what was wrong with every single person in the photo and how it was a horrible picture.
Oh, I think it's great.
So taking the pictures didn't seem to have that much impact on anyone, but looking at them definitely fired up everybody. So there is the Christmas card, and that is why we do what we do at my household. At least the adults are smiling and happy. But Linda, you called it. You said you can't keep everybody happy in a blended
yes,
family.
I had 2 stepchildren who I'm very close to today, but there were challenges because they didn't want to forget their mother. My stepson said to me once, when you say you're my mother, that means my mother never existed. So from then on, I called him my stepson, which was very much more appropriate.
Absolutely, and I call mine my bonus boys because a lot of what I run into is that, you know, my son wants to be my only son because I gave birth to him. So that's why we try to separate, well, you know, you're my son, and then I have bonus boys. And it's hard. Blended families are hard. I know many of you deal with that. I thought we'd share our painful stories along with you.
But it all worked out in the end. Now, mine are in their 50s now. So it only takes a few years, and it all works out. Everybody comes for Thanksgiving.
I love that you call them your bonus boys, because I have a stepmother, and growing up I called her my bonus mom.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah, and she wasn't a BOMO for short, but you know, I didn't necessarily want, I won't tell you what she called me, but you know, I didn't want her to necessarily raise me, but you know, but I was in my late teens, early 20s when my father married her, and she was exactly what I wanted in my life at that point.
Exactly.
Right.
And you have to be what everybody needs from you at that point in life.
But you
so.
don't have to be the mother when there's another mother.
Right. Well, when I'm in a bad mood, I call myself the housekeeper because I do a lot of laundry and feeding for everybody. So that's when you can tell I'm crabby. All right, it is time for our first hot topic. And speaking of families, will you be celebrating Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving? So the concept of gathering with friends when people couldn't get together with their families is nothing new. But recently, Friendsgivings have started to take the place of people's traditional family gatherings. It's often credited to the millennials. It's kind of their interpretation of what Thanksgiving should be. And there's lots of different parts involved: the travel distance from family, the travel expenses on low entry-level salaries, and also more divorced families complicating things. So is anybody, or have you ever done a Friendsgiving?
I have. I mean, everybody in New York does it. That's what we do. We have Friendsgiving, and this year I'm actually going to LA. I'm not even going to stay in New York. I'm going to go to LA because my friend had a baby. So I'm going to do a friend's family giving, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think it's great, especially for the fact that families are so big, or, you know, at my age, parents start to kind of not survive. So
What?
yeah, I mean, but
At those parents' age. Well, all those years Bud was in the NFL, they'd practice on Thanksgiving morning. And so he would just say to the players, oh, come on over to my house. We'll have dinner and watch television. Oh, great. Nobody told me, so I didn't know how many football
my
players
gosh.
would come
Hungry
tramping
mouths,
in.
too.
Yeah, I ran out once and nothing was open but a 7-Eleven, so I grabbed a lot of extra hot dogs and sort of put those on with a
I
turkey.
love your stories.
I know, I love it.
Well, and being an actor for years and then being based out of New York, it's true that Friendsgiving had started years ago. And when you're an actor like Bud, you know, you were working.
You're working that day.
Same thing. Actors had shows, and you're away from your family, and that becomes your table. That becomes your family table.
And that's okay. The important thing is gathering with who's important to you and available to you at that time in your life.
But let the cook know so you won't have hot dogs for Thanksgiving.
Good point.
I've hit more than one Thanksgiving party in New York. I'm just going to say, like, my friend has a Latin Thanksgiving, and I'm like there at 2, and then at 4, I go to my friends who are the people who have all the wine. I set it up really well. So come on, you got to love to eat.
It's going to be a good day. That's what we're thinking. Well, as we head into a huge holiday travel week, lost luggage is always a risk when you fly. But there is some really cool news for travelers on Delta. The airline is now using a new $50 million bag tracking system. It follows bags in real time and even sends cell phone alerts and a map to show you your bag's current location. So here's how it works. Each luggage tag has a small radio frequency ID chip. It's scanned as a bag moves through the system and onto a plane. Listen to this. If they put the bag on the wrong plane, the chip turns red. Alert, alert. Currently, 23 million bags are mishandled worldwide. Delta thinks this come a long way in solving that problem.
I have this
what a
app.
breakthrough.
I have it. They've had it for a while. It's pretty amazing. It's basically part of their app. As soon as you scan your luggage, you see where it was scanned, and then as soon as it's on the plane, you can go and look, and it says track my bags, and you see that it's on the plane. Several times I've made it really late to the airport, and they do a late check with your baggage, and I can watch where my bag's going. So I don't even have to wait in the carousel if I know my bag didn't make it. I know exactly where it's at, and
That's
they'll tell
amazing.
me where it's going.
Oh, you've got to show me how to do that. I've got the app, but
You do?
I've lost a lot of bags.
Yeah, you just track your bag. It's a simple little button you push, and it says track your bags. It's unbelievable.
I love this because there's the only thing that's worse or almost as bad as losing your bag is traveling with someone who thinks that the bag is lost. Like,
Oh, 'cause
I
they
won't name
obsess?
names. Yeah, no, it's not going to make it. Tony's not going to make it. The whole thing, like, there's nothing we can do up here. So this is awesome. So you'll know if it's there.
It's excellent. It really is, especially if you're a late traveler or if you're traveling during the holidays. It's
You
genius.
late?
Never. Never.
We don't get to tease Bo Beth because she's not here for that one. Well, we are lucky that we're just a short drive away from the holiday magic at Walt Disney World. And this year, there's a new way to light up the night. Disney has revealed its first holiday light show using drones. It's over the Disney Springs Entertainment Complex. 300 Drones, maneuvered very carefully, I would predict, in the air over the water, create images of holiday items like this Christmas tree. The 5-minute Star Bright holiday show is expected to run at least through the end of the year, and you'll be able to check online for specific dates and times. Best of all, because it's at Disney Springs, which is that former downtown Disney area, it's free of charge. You can just go there with your family and enjoy the show. So we'll update you on times and dates when they have them
Yeah,
out.
I bet you can see it from a distance.
Yeah, I would think so, especially as it reflects down. But I think the concept of seeing all the drones in the sky is fascinating. I mean, that takes some control.
Exactly. I mean, do people still automatically or are they just like one big computer that puts them all up there together? Or
I would assume it's programmed pretty
every
carefully.
one of my friends that gets a hold of a drone, it's not in well. I'm just going to say that. It's
not ending well
somewhere.
Well, Barbie dolls may be on your holiday shopping list, and there is a new version that's designed to look more like all of us. It's the Ashley Graham Barbie. I'd like to look like her. The curvy supermodel's #1 request to Mattel was that her namesake doll not have a thigh gap because, as she says, normal women's thighs touch. Mattel has been long criticized for promoting unhealthy body images through its Barbie dolls, and the company has made big strides this year to include tall, petite, and curvy dolls. Ashley's doll has a rounder belly, round arms, and stockier thighs. Do we like?
I love her, first of all. She has the most amazing personality. She's just like, you don't like me, so what? And she's beautiful. And the whole swimsuit calendar, that was really big for them. Sports Illustrated, I'm so impressed with this woman, and I really do hope that she changes things, and especially like one Barbie at a time. We were starting to see the other Barbies where they were putting like thighs, they were putting like heavier arms on them. Having a Barbie modeled after a supermodel that is a plus-size model, which is unbelievable. I think that's great.
And we've heard so many studies that say the kids like to see someone that looks like them, whether it's on television, in a toy. It seems like it should have happened sooner.
You know, every year we get an angel child from our church and from the station. And so you have the name and what the child wants. And I always want to get a Barbie that looks like my little girl, but I don't know what my little girl looks like. So I get several. White, black, and Hispanic. I get dolls that look like that, then they can play together. So whichever one she is, it can play with its friends.
That's a great idea. We're going to talk about Angel Tree and actually adopt a family here on the show.
Oh, good, because I'm going shopping today for mine.
Well, you're going to have to wait for ours, but we'll do it together. We'll have a lot of fun. Another woman is rewriting rules in a different way by requesting a change in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. An example sentence in the dictionary for the word femininity reads, "She managed to become a CEO without sacrificing her femininity." Yikes! The woman said that is blatantly sexist. She took to social media, and the organization that publishes the dictionary took notice. They have taken out the sentence and issued an apology. Thankfully, who wrote that in the first place?
A man.
One would assume. One would assume.
And he was trying to be nice.
Yeah, he was not the brightest man.
Wow.
I know.
You know what's great about this, though? So often we're like, Merriam-Webster, that sentence is terrible. Boycott the dictionary. Instead of, okay, it was pointed out, and they're like, you are absolutely right, we will change it. I always feel like you've got to give people an opportunity to realize that it was wrong or offensive and change it.
And the power of social media. Merriam-Webster didn't want to get ripped all over Twitter, so they responded. So
Was
I like that.
Merriam-Webster a woman?
I think it's a Merriam and a Webster.
And it's a
hyphenated,
corporation. They called it an organization, so it's some kind of
or a
business.
hyphenated woman.
Yes. She's a 90s woman.
Or a woman who decided to marry but keep her name, right? I mean,
Yes.
A lot of options here, people. All right, here's something you have got to try, especially if you have some time during the holiday week. So Google has a new web game. It's called Quick Draw. Warning, it's addicting. You're asked to draw a specific object, and then the computer tries to guess what it is. It's fun, it's interactive. So, a Seattle morning news team decided to give it a try on live TV. I'm sure we will at some point, too. Well, this group's art ability is a bit questionable. Take a look.
Here's an example. Draw a bow tie under 20 seconds. Okay, let's see if I can draw a bow tie in under 20 seconds and see if it like gets it or not. So here's my bow tie.
Perfect.
And down here it'll say, oh, I got it. All right, go.
Nice.
A cannon! A cannon! I don't know.
Oh, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, no. There's no erasing is the thing. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, my gosh. That news anchor accidentally drew a body part.
It looked like a cigarette to me.
Well, Linda, that's not what most people thought it looked like. They thought it looked boyish. Are you
coming
with me?
from you, and you thought that looked like a cigarette? You?
Sure did to me.
Anyway, she was embarrassed, and there's no erasing, and we all definitely sympathize because things happen on live TV, and you can't take them back. And now they live on in YouTube and everything else. So we thought we'd embarrass her here in Sarasota all the way from Seattle.
For her.
Yeah. You're just red because I'm alluding saying the actual word. Well, I've got a great activity to remind everybody about tonight for sure, and then right through this upcoming weekend. It is Englewood's Waterfest, and you will absolutely want to head down there tonight because there is a great street party, and it's free, and there'll be bands and food and so much fun. That goes on through the evening tonight, and that is to kick off the Englewood Beach Race Weekend. The boats hit the water at noon tomorrow. They'll race Saturday, they'll race Sunday. It wraps up with an awards ceremony Sunday night at 7. We will be there this weekend.
I will be there from 11 to 1 on Sunday. So please come by and say hello, so I'll have somebody to talk to.
I'm going to be there Saturday morning with John Scalzi and Scott Dennis, so no one will know who I am.
No, I think they will
it's
know
good.
who you
I'll
are.
be
So
incognito.
it's great that we're a sponsor, and if you can't make it down there, you'll want to watch ABC 7 Sunday afternoon because we're going to air the races live. And John Scalzi says they'll be exciting because the surf will be up. So it's going to be a little choppy out there. It's going to take some seriously talented boating for those
They go
offshore
fast,
races.
too.
Yes, they do. It's time for our happy hour forecast. When we get back, some holiday legal tips.
We are live here in Englewood, getting ready for the big block party here, all a part of Waterfest. Englewood Beach Waterfest taking place all this weekend, and the weather is looking great right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions as they stand right now. We have a beautiful shot that you see over Sarasota Bay. Currently, we have mostly sunny skies. The temperature at 80 degrees, and the dew point is at 60. The winds are out of the west at 12, and the pressure 30-12, and that, by the way, is holding steady right now. High pressure dominating. As we put the satellite into motion, you'll see there's some clouds over Texas starting to gather there. That's associated with a cold front, which is going to bring some pretty big changes our way late Saturday. So we'll talk more about that coming up at 5 o'clock, obviously. And as far as the latest goes, sunshine continues across the region. Winds are rather light, so a great night tonight up and down the Suncoast. We are expecting the winds to be rather light and the skies to stay clear. No threat of rainfall. More in the forecast at 5. See you.
We're all familiar with the day after Thanksgiving, one of the largest shopping days of the year, known as Black Friday. But you may not know that the night before Thanksgiving is referred to as Blackout Wednesday. It's considered one of the highest alcohol consumption days of the year due to the number of college students that are visiting home for the holidays. Forensic lawyer, scientist, and defense attorney Anne-Marie Rizzo from the Law Place is here. Anne-Marie, before we get started, we want you to address an update about the guy in Making of a Murderer.
Yes, this is a very hot topic.
Brendan.
Yesterday, yes, exactly. Brendan Dassey. He is the nephew of Stephen Avery, who was covered in the Making a Murderer Netflix series. And he was supposed to be released and get to spend the holiday with his family. And the higher courts blocked that release pending his appeal, or the appeal from the government that his confession was to be thrown out. And now they're waiting for what the appellate court is going to decide and if they're going to affirm the lower court's decision. And
What does that mean for him?
It means he has to sit in custody until the appellate court makes a ruling.
Oh, it's so heartbreaking because he's like the underdog in that story, and I was excited that he might be able to get out.
I know. I think a lot of people felt that way, especially those of us in the defense community. You know, we're very, very passionate about, you know, the fact that that poor kid was taken advantage of. And now he had a chance. He had an opportunity. They finally convinced a judge that he should be released, and his confession was not voluntary. And it was a very big win in the defense world. And now the government was able to convince a panel of judges to hold him until the appeals decision is decided.
But it's not over yet, so anything could still happen.
That's true.
And Thanksgiving, the night before Thanksgiving, who knew? All those college kids on the way home. Tell us about that.
And it's not just the college kids, it's people who are traveling back to a community maybe they've been to. Like, you come back to Sarasota and you see old friends, and you're going to go to, you know, the new place downtown, and you're going to have a cocktail or two, but before you know it, it turns into 3 or 4, and it becomes a really big drinking night, and you just don't realize it. You're not planning for it. Also, Siesta Key has its annual turkey trot.
Oh, yeah?
So there's all that bar hopping and pub crawls, a lot of law enforcement out there. Obviously, the safe bet is to take Uber, have a designated driver. However, there's going to be DUI enforcement. So if you're in that position, you're going to get yourself in trouble and land in jail on Thanksgiving. I tend to been known to show up at the jail on Thanksgiving.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. There are a lot of accidents, though, so many accidents right around that time.
Yeah, so it's not just about alcohol consumption and not just about drinking. There's a lot of people on the roadway. There's 800,000 more people expected to be on the road this year than last year. Wow. So we're talking 43.5 million travelers just during your Thanksgiving holiday. The statistics show that there are 400 deaths, traffic fatalities, not necessarily alcohol related, just due to traffic crashes and people driving on the roadway. So you have to be very, very careful when traveling on the roadway during this time of year.
Now, if you are in an accident, there's a 14-day rule. I don't quite get that. Explain that.
So when someone's involved in a traffic crash and there's an injury, it's really important that you seek medical treatment within the first 2 weeks, the first 14 days. And there's a lot of technicalities when there's a personal injury involved, so that's why you want to contact an attorney. So our office, not only do we handle DUIs, and I have the forensic lawyer scientist to battle those cases, we also have attorneys in our office that handle the personal injury and be able to help guide those who are involved in those accidents and get the medical treatment and the protection that they need from their insurance in order to not have to have a slew of medical bills right around the holidays especially.
So after 2 weeks then, the other side could say, well, hey, you didn't get treatment, so
not just the other side, even your own personal injury protection.
Wow. Oh, my.
It's interesting.
Well, be sure and have this number with you wherever you go this weekend. And next weekend, lawplace.com. Anne-Marie Rizzo. Thank you, Anne-Marie. That's exciting information that we really need to keep with us. I'm going to put your number right in my car.
444-4444.
Oh, how can I forget that?
One day you going partying? Is that why you're taking the number?
That'll be on the dashboard. And next, Mickey has some beautiful tips for us.
Yeah, some fun stuff.
Or beauty tips for us.
Kind of.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back. Mickey Williams has some fun beauty finds for today and kind of something for everyone here.
Yeah, I'd call it more lifestyle because, you know, you think kind of, I always love to put like our favorite beauty product in there, but some of these things are just mind-blowing, so I had to bring them for you today.
Oh, good.
So,
We
yeah.
like to have our minds blown.
Mickey's favorite things. Okay, let's start with, it looks like some skincare on the end.
Yes, this is Thalgo, and it's based out of France, and it's really amazing. We're seeing a lot of press about this product. It really is a gorgeous product. It's really divine. They use all of these kind of sea mineral aspects. We see a lot of thalasso, I think I'm saying that right, therapy with La Mer and the ocean. This line is really based around all of that, but what they have is a really kind of incredible trending product right now, which is liquid collagen. People are actually drinking collagen daily. There's a lot of products out there. Some of them are incredibly expensive. This one is very effective. It's moderately priced. This is our Collagen 5000.
And what does drinking collagen do for me?
It's actually, it's kind of like, you know, helping and kind of enforcing your collagen, but it also has vitamin C, all these different things in there from the inside out. So we know that we can put a ton of cream on our face and we can, like, you know, we can get that kind of exterior quality out of it. But we do need to, like, as we take supplements, having beauty supplements has become a really big thing, and we're seeing a lot of these kind of daily doses of collagen. And this one is absolutely great. You know, it's what I like about it is that a lot of these things taste terrible. This one's moderate. We like it.
Okay, good. And the French look beautiful, so we like to emulate them.
French.
Okay, this is definitely more of a lifestyle product.
This cannot be what it said.
It is. It is. This is actually shark bands, and I love this product, and I've used it, which is really amazing.
Shark
I've used
bands?
it with my niece because she wanted to get into the water and she was terrified of sharks. What's amazing about this is it's groundbreaking magnetic shark repellent technology. The only thing that doesn't work on is great whites. And how they've proven it
Just
is
those.
that, you know, those big things. But what's so cool about it is they have this band right here. And what's amazing about this band is you can put it around your wrist or you can put it around your ankle. And when you get in the water, you're swimming, you're diving, you're surfing. What it does is it actually sends off this magnetic wave that they've proven the sharks, there's almost like electricity to them. They bounce off. They put it around meat and water, so that you could see the sharks just kind of repel from it. But what's so genius is, as a surfer that I am,
shark
they
leash.
created a leash. So even if you're just paddle boarding, because we don't have huge waves here, it doesn't matter. You always, when you're paddle boarding, you see those little sharks and you're like, ah, you know?
Right.
This is incredible because it still has that technology where they bounce off of it.
That is really cool. And don't kid yourself,
It's created by,
we have sharks
yes,
here.
it's created by
We do.
surfers and divers, and all the surfers are using it. It's really amazing.
Okay, this one I actually have on today. It is a type of powder from IT. Tell us about
It
that.
Cosmetics is really genius, but what we're seeing is this kind of pore, kind of minimizing technology. This is their bye-bye pores. They have a loose foundation, but they also have this pressed, and we don't see this technology in a lot of pressed powders. So I absolutely love this product. It's great for TV. It's great for every day. It's white, as you see there, but that is actually a translucent color. There's nothing in that you puts away a color.
I put it on all over my face because I am always trying to smooth skin. I do have larger pores.
Does not matter your skin
Did not
tone.
make
You
me
can
wear
wear
it.
it.
I want to try that.
No, that
looks
one's very
good.
cool. And this is one of my new favorite finds. What is it?
This is Go Pure, and this is a water filtration system. And that little pod right there will go up to 264 gallons of water. You pop it in your bottle. This is a crowd-funded project right now, but it's about to hit stores.
So it's a mini filter.
This is going to change everything for us. Yeah,
right here?
you
I
put it
just
in
put it
there
right
and you
in
keep
my-
using it.
Pop it in your water bottle and it filters any kind of water you want.
264 gallons up to 6
That's
months.
amazing.
You're
Yeah,
going to
look
be seeing
at
this in stores. It's about $30 on the funding page right now for 2. They also have it for pet bowls.
That's great. Oh, what a good idea. You know what? And my pet does prefer filtered water. I just thought he was a snob. All right, Mickey, great finds. You always have such wonderful things to share with us. Speaking of sharing, Sarasota Jungle Gardens is going to share some fun animals next. Joey, you are not going anywhere.
I'll have this on.
Yeah, see if it repulses.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Welcome back to Suncoast View, and we are checking in with our makeover today. I don't know what's going on under that hair dryer. Coral from Cutting Loose will be with us in a few minutes to let us know. But first, we're going to head back to the kitchen with Nicole Kudal from My Delicious Blog, and you're over there chopping all sorts of good things up. I understand there's a few different ingredients in our kale salad.
Yeah, I've got some, obviously some kale, but I also have some Napa cabbage in there today. For those that might think a white cabbage is a little too bitter, a little too hard, Napa is a perfect option because it's more tender, it's very mild, and it's very easy to chop. So I've got that in there with some scallions. I've been massaging my kale with a little olive oil and salt, so it'll be nice and soft. And then we'll be making a miso dressing.
All right, sounds great. And Nicole's convinced that all people, kale lovers or not, will love this salad.
That's right.
Joey?
Well, this is the season where we see an influx of visitors and seasonal residents, what we call snowbirds. But we shouldn't forget about the Florida natives, and I'm not just talking about the human natives. Matt from Sarasota's Jungle Gardens is here with a collection of natural Floridian animals. And Matt, I have to confess, I have switched seats because when we booked this segment, I was not in it, and I have a fear of a few of these animals.
Really?
I need a quick getaway plan. And I might need to massage some kale with Nicole.
So you put me here.
Yes, well, you live in New York, you're braver. So, all right, so tell us about some of these animals.
This time of year, they're all out there. You can see them.
Yes, and it's really beautiful weather out right now, too, for that.
The animals must appreciate that.
Oh, they do. They
Done
love
with
it.
the heat.
They love it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the first animal. You have an owl.
Yes, we have a great horned owl. This is Francis.
Oh, he's real.
He's so
Beautiful.
sexy.
I know.
Are they really wise?
They are very wise. They know how to eat anything they want to, and they can pick it up with their claws.
Oh,
and if you look right there at his ears, those are actually called plumicorn, so they're not actually his ears.
Hey, oh, you're so handsome.
And his ears are located near the side of his head.
And his head will go all the way around,
yeah,
correct?
Just about, it's about 270 degrees.
He's going to showing us.
He's going to do like a full exorcism.
So their eyes are they're stuck in their head, so they can't really move them like we can. So that's why they keep moving their eyes around, their head around.
Look at those claws. They do catch things with those.
Oh yes, they can definitely squeeze very hard, which is why Ricardo here is holding it with a glove. Would not feel very nice on your hands.
You're so gorgeous. All right, we're going to bring out another animal.
He almost looks like an owl cat, doesn't he?
A little bit, right?
The next owl. And can owls, while the other one comes out, can owls turn their heads all the way around?
No, 270 degrees is about the max. So not quite 360. That is part of a myth. But it does quite look like it when you're looking at it compared to us.
So they're usually not awake in the daytime.
No, they are nocturnal. We are diurnal as humans, and nocturnal means they are awake at night.
Oh my God! Here's a little tiny one.
So here's,
Come on up with him.
this is Archie. No, this is not. This is an eastern screech owl. And he is full grown. It's actually a common misconception. So they make a low hooting noise, but not quite a screech sound. But this is Archie. And he also has those plumicorns right on the top.
And also sharp claws, too sharp even though he's little.
What does he eat?
He eats about the same thing as regular owls, obviously just smaller in size.
Okay.
But they have very strong beaks that actually can shred things apart. So if he does find something that delicious that he wants to eat and try, he will definitely take advantage of it.
They're violent little buggers.
Yeah. So you don't have these as
They
pets.
are definitely predators.
They're not pets.
No.
On a screech. Oh, he did a little flap.
Yeah, they both are actually rescued, and we actually have them at Jungle Garden so they can live out the rest of their lives because they cannot be released.
Are they capable of flying? Like Hattie wanted to take off? Could he have?
Not quite. They usually
Okay.
have an injury, so both of them actually have wing injuries, and so
Okay.
that's why we have them,
That
so they
works
can live
well,
out their
then.
life.
No,
Yes,
I wish
exactly.
we had time for the snake, but unfortunately.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
there's plenty of time for the snake. Just sit tight. How bad could this be?
I don't trust any of you. I feel like
It's
it's
gonna
going
be
to
I'm not going to
beautiful.
hand
Down
it
from
to
the
you.
ceiling.
I'm not going to hand it to you. I assume the snake is on the way, and that's what we
yes.
No, you're fine, Joey. You're fine. You're fine. I'll hold it.
This is Mr. King, our Florida king snake. They're native here, and you can see they have the band colors. Beautiful.
Dude, don't wrap onto the
But
table.
they are very important to our environment here. They
You're
actually
okay.
eat
I won't
venomous
hand it
snakes.
over. I'm being very nice to everybody.
Thank you.
He's
He
beautiful
feels
colors.
so cool.
So now he's awful close to Steph's face. Does this snake do a little
Well,
jump?
can you
bite? That's what you want to know.
Can you bite?
I mean, I can.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
He's
oh.
not going to, though.
He
Don't
doesn't
worry.
seem
He
like
has
he's
them fed.
annoyed. Is
has
he
them
happy?
fed. Well, you're giving a perception to an animal that can't be happy or sad.
Right.
So that's a human ideal. But he is definitely been fed and well taken care of. So generally for us, we would say yes.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
very
he is very
interesting.
important because he does eat venomous snakes.
Oh.
See, he's a
So-
good guy.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
see, this is where I
very
start to
good,
creep out a little
very
bit.
good.
Yeah. Always
yeah.
going for the neck, these guys.
I think.
Oh, not more than a neck.
Oh, gosh.
Lovely.
I'm so glad I'm not you.
He was in
Obviously,
love.
it's a boy snake.
Yes, he is
It's
in
a boy
love.
snake.
And now, all right, now something that some people are afraid of, but for different reasons, we have one more animal.
Oh.
Yes, this
Yes.
is Mocha.
A little skunk.
Very beautiful and very soft.
Come on out, Mocha.
Okay, now I actually would be afraid of the skunk because I have dogs and
Okay.
we run into them all the time at night. Are skunks nocturnal?
No, they are actually
I love
they are actually
Mocha.
crepuscular.
Corpuscular.
Crepuscular.
What
That
does
means
that
they are
mean?
out during the dawn and dusk times.
Oh,
Now,
really?
Matt,
come
is
on
it true
over.
that
Can
they
he come over?
spray when they see
Can he walk on the
blinds?
table?
Oh, they always. Only if you say the word spray 3 times. So don't say the word spray, and she won't spray.
Let's slide him over to Linda because Linda likes things that smell good.
Well, I grew up in the country, so we had all kind of pets.
So Mocha, because obviously not black, is that a different variety of skunk? or
There
is
are
that
3
just
different
her color?
kinds. They can have those colorations. They usually just don't survive in the wild because it's not a warning color.
Wow.
Oh, very
I
interesting.
really like Mocha.
Matt,
Very
these are
soft.
awesome.
She's
Thank you so
smelly.
much.
Thank
and
you for
I'm so
having us.
glad I was brave and we survived.
She has
and
a cool personality.
Don't give up yet. Here comes Mocha.
I know, he's got some claws. We do want to remind everybody that the Holiday Lights Spectacular at Sarasota Jungle Gardens starts December 9th. It's beautiful. We've taken our family in the
is.
past. You'll want to visit SarasotaJungleGardens.com for more information. And next, something we're not afraid of. Gulf Coast Medical turns back time with a revolutionary eyelid surgery.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon. I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Disturbing charges for a Sarasota restaurant owner being accused of sexually assaulting one of his teenage employees. What other business owners are saying about these accusations. And despite some opposition, owners of a new upscale cocktail bar and restaurant are moving forward to open its doors in downtown Sarasota. Now let's check in with Bob.
Thanks, Haley. We're here live at Dearborn Street in Inglewood for the block party taking place at 5 o'clock. We've got the barbecue, the beer. All we're waiting in now are the boats. The weather couldn't be better. Let's go to the maps to show you what's happening as far as that goes. We are looking at generally fair skies up and down the coast. Just a few fair weather cumulus clouds moving through the skies right now. And it looks like a cold front will be making its way in our general direction. We'll have more on that coming up at 5. See you then.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours. Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
We're always looking for ways to turn back the clock on our face, and eyelid surgery is a great way to improve your overall appearance. Dr. David Yan is a plastic surgeon with Gulf Coast Medical Group, and he's here to tell us all about it. I have to admit, Dr. Yan, I have had eyelid surgery many, many years ago, but I was asleep the whole time, so I know nothing about it. So you've got to tell me all about it now.
I can let you know what happened during
Good, 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 because it was wonderful, and I'm so glad I did it. What is eyelid surgery?
Well, eyelid surgery or blepharoplasty is a type of procedure where we can correct some of the changes that occur with aging to the upper eyelids or the lower eyelids.
So what's involved when you do this?
Well, it involves changing some of the things that have gone wrong. So there are some of the things that happen when you age are you lose some of the elasticity in your skin, and so people's eyelid skin will start to loosen. Mm-hmm. Besides that, underneath the skin, there's a layer of muscle, and that provides some structure. And behind that, there's also something called an orbital septum, which separates the muscle from the fat. And the septum and the muscle also can weaken as time goes on. And then as they weaken, the fat starts to push through. And so with the fat pushing through and the loosening of the skin, you can really get an appearance where people might say you look tired or you look sad, and you might feel fine, but that's kind of how it looks to some
It's
people.
just not you anymore. We've got a demonstration here. Now, this looks very realistic, so warning, warning, what you see here is not realistic. This is actually just
3D animation,
3D
right?
animation. So tell us what's happening.
So here they're making an incision on the lower eyelid, and then they expose the muscle, and then they made a separation of the muscle to get to that septum. They've opened up the septum, and now they're removing some of the fat to take away that bulged appearance for some people.
That's very interesting.
And they close it back up. You can remove the excess skin and then just close up the skin with some stitches. In some cases, you end up taking some of the muscle along with it so that you don't have that extra bulge of muscle underneath the skin.
So she never felt a thing.
Nope.
She is going to be perfectly happy and love her new look when she
Doctor, I
wakes
have a
up.
question. Is there any risk to the eye at all, the eyeball? I mean, obviously it's a little scary having, knowing you're having incisions right around your eye.
And so in theory, there is a potential risk. We do everything we can to protect the eye. I mean, we'll put a specialized contact lens to help protect the surface of the eye.
That's good.
But you have to be careful afterwards. You have to make sure that it's done properly, that you have good control of any bleeding, because if there is excessive bleeding, then that's where you can have some problems where if pressure builds up, you can potentially lose sight.
And a surgeon who knows what he's doing solves
Right.
these problems.
Well, of course, it's not always just for cosmetic reasons, is it?
No, and in a lot of cases, especially down here in Florida, as that skin starts to stretch and it starts to rest on your eyelashes, you know, you can imagine that your eye sees a certain amount of space. And as the eyelid comes down, it starts to block out some of that. And so you can get your visual fields checked, you know, at an eye doctor. And if they can demonstrate that by pulling up on the eyelid, your visual fields get restored, then this is often covered by insurance.
Yes, that's the good news.
I will confess that since my 20s, I've been warned that I have thick, droopy eyelids, and I do look tired a lot. That's why I try to always look aware. So, you know, this is not just for cosmetics, but the eyelids could eventually fall over my
Right, the excess
vision.
skin can really kind of start to rest on the lashes, and then suddenly you're just not seeing
But that's
it
a
well.
good thing. Then insurance
Then
will
it's
pay for
covered.
it.
Yeah.
Come on.
What is the
What's
recovery
recovery
time?
time?
Yeah.
We're thinking about this.
Recovery is pretty good for something like this. I mean, it's really just a procedure that involves skin and a little bit of soft tissue. So most people feel there's not a lot of pain afterwards. But really, within a couple weeks, people feel pretty good, and they can go out in public in a little bit of makeup, and no one knows you had anything done.
That's
Right
great.
back to normal. Thank you so much. Very good to know. Dr. David Yan, GulfCoastMedicalGroup.net for more information. Thank you so much. We're all going to be looking that up, and we'll be right back with the makeover.
I had cancer. I beat cancer. I kicked cancer.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits. Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th Annual Sarasota Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, November 19th and 20th at Selby 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Welcome back. You are looking at Nicole. When she came to us today, we have put her through the works with Cutting Loose, and we are going to now reveal her makeover, and we all oohed and ahhed, and I bet you will too. Come on up, Nicole. Take a look into the camera, and that way you can take a look at your new do. She's put on her glasses. Take a closer look at it.
Oh, Nicole.
I love
You look
your
gorgeous.
hair. Come on up,
love
Coral. Coral from Cutting Loose worked with Nicole today, and Coral has a really fun story about what inspired this makeover. Tell us.
Well, Joey and I were at the Key to the Cure at Saks, and he took a selfie. He's way better at it than I am. And Nicole saw the picture, and she goes, I want Coral's hair. So I was like, come on down, we'll do that. So Joey set it up.
We love it. And Coral does have very fun hair, and it also has a lot of wave to it. So tell us about Nicole's hair.
So for Nicole, she actually has gorgeous, naturally curly hair, as you could see the before. But it was really fun to do a blowout and give her a big, sexy blow dry. That's what she wanted, vintage,
it is
sophisticated.
I love it.
Did some balayage so we could put some auburn tones. She's concierge at the Ritz, so she has to be a little conservative with her color, but we thought it really gave her the pop
It
that
gives her
she
so
needs.
much more. Couldn't she wear this curly as well if she's in a wash and go mood?
We actually cut it for her curly hair because that's the reason I didn't even cut it as short as mine, because with curly it wouldn't look as great. So giving her that look, but for curly it's going to be gorgeous.
It's amazing. I love it. The color is amazing. It's probably brighter than I've ever had.
But it warms up your skin tone. Oh, it just pops.
It's very professional. It's really polished. It's very fun and voluptuous. I love it. It's
voluptuous.
Gorgeous.
That's a good word.
It is. Well, I'm so jealous of your hair type.
I need to get into a mirror right now.
That's what I told her. I'd love to have curly
hair. Oh, to have all that hair and all that body, it's so sexy.
It's so fun. Thank you.
Thank you. What a fun makeover. If you would like to capture a new look like Nicole has, give us a note on Facebook, probably the best way to do it. Or, of course, we're always on email, Twitter, and Instagram as well. But we do Makeover Madness with our friends Cutting Loose, and you can join in the fun. Thank you, Coral.
Thank you, Coral. Thank you,
a lot of
everybody.
fun. Now
Thank
we are
you so
headed to the
much.
kitchen where we're going to have some fun with kale salad with Nicole Kudell. Yes, kale can be fun.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour.
We started with one clinic, and we are 25 clinics now in locations all over Florida.
A Sarasota-based health clinic is celebrating 25 years with a one-of-a-kind opera that highlights the hardships of those living with HIV and AIDS. The lesson it leaves behind. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, we're not seeing a lot of congestion in Manatee County. Looks pretty good there. Heading south into Sarasota, some light congestion along 301 and I-75 heading north, getting a little busier as we head into the later afternoon hours. Now let's get to Bob Harrigan live at the Waterfest in Inglewood.
That's right, Scott. We are live here. Beautiful weather right now. We got the barbecue here, Alan. Pomelo, what do we got? Get you some, right?
Get you some barbecue, yes, sir.
That's right. What do you got?
Southern style beef brisket.
Beef brisket and
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Coming up Monday at 4 on Suncoast View, we know about Black Friday deals at the malls, but they are also at the Van Wezel. We'll tell you how to get deep discount tickets for star-studded shows. Our fashionistas will be here for a red carpet recap, and you won't want to miss this from Wine, Women, and Shoes. And we'll strap on the safety harnesses once again to get in the air in a zip line. Plus, Yahtzee Grill is in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We are here with Nicole from My Delicious Blog, and you are going to make kale sexy again.
Yay! Well, edible would be good as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a fan.
Again?
Well, it's always nice when you start with the most beautiful ingredients. This is a red Russian kale that was grown at Geraldson Farm. It's an organic farm in Bradenton.
So pretty.
And all I did was strip off the leaves from the tough stem.
Okay.
And I laid them all tightly, and I've got Linda chopping them. What I did was I rolled it very tightly.
That's so smart, the
and
rolling
she's making
part.
tiny ribbons, which makes it a little bit more tender. And then when you massage it with a little oil and salt, it really breaks down the toughness and the proteins.
That's
in
good
the leaves.
advice. Yeah, that's great.
So all I've gotten here is the Napa cabbage,
Okay.
the kale, some fresh parsley, some fresh cilantro, scallions, and then we're going to mix in some nice salted cashews,
Nice.
a little bit more cilantro,
Nicole,
parsley.
when you're looking to pair kale with another green, does it matter? Do they both need to be as crunchy? Is there a complement green flavor, texture?
You know, quite honestly, you could just put all kale in here. But sometimes kale can be a little overwhelming for some folks, so I like to mix in things to lighten it up a little bit, and that's where the herbs come in for sure.
And I love the cabbage because of that extra light crunch.
Yep, it has a little crunch, and of course the cashews give it some extra crunch as well. And then some toasted sesame seeds for a little more texture.
You got me at toasted.
And then, Mickey, you're going to be making the miso dressing.
Okay, cool.
I wondered what that was.
We've got a white miso paste, which is really just fermented soybeans. Not sure if you're familiar with that.
Okay.
It's really good stuff. Then we mix it in with water.
This is water? Just dump it all in?
Dump it all in.
There we go.
And then some canola oil along with some sesame oil.
Okay.
And some rice wine vinegar. A little honey. A little soy sauce and a tiny bit of salt. And that's
Okay.
it.
That's a nice
And then
dressing.
you'll whip it all together. But the miso is so good for you. It's a fermented soybean. So it's full of enzymes which help you with your digestive system. It's full of probiotics. It's also considered a complete protein, and it's full of B vitamins. So if you can incorporate miso into it more, you'll be
And
a
where do
happy
you find
plant.
that? Can you find that at some of the health food stores?
Definitely at the health food stores, even some organic supermarkets, but
Whole
definitely.
Foods or Trader Joe's may carry it. Okay,
definitely.
I mean, most of us know it from soup, right?
It's very
Yeah.
mild. You'd think,
So
oh,
little
it's
taste.
fermented, ugh. But it's very mild. And then when you mix it in with a dressing like this, you wouldn't even know what it was. It has a wonderful Asian flavor with all the mix-ins.
I like the pasty quality of it too.
Yeah,
how it kind of
it's
like
delicious.
layers on the
Emulsifies
lettuce.
it a little bit.
It really does. So it's a great way to build something healthy into your diet.
So is this ready? Did I get it nice and whipped up?
Yep, really,
Get in
really
there,
good.
whip it good.
Yeah.
Go, Mickey, go.
Now, would that work to make in like a mason jar or a container with the lid and shake?
Definitely.
Would that work too? Yeah, I
Definitely.
found that.
By
pretty
putting
quick.
the water and the vinegar in with the paste, it breaks it all up. So
Okay.
it's not pasty.
I got a little
Okay, good.
You're doing good
try
there.
workout going on
I
here.
know.
All
Put
right.
that in there. Thank you. And then literally just mix it all in,
Oh, the smell is so fresh.
stir it, and then you're good to go. And if you
All
want
right.
to sample this.
I'm going to let you toss and serve while we say thanks to everybody.
Yay.
You can find many recipes like this by going to Nicole's blog. It is mydeliciousblog.com. And I love that you're utilizing, the fresh organic produce from right here on the Suncoast. So that is a wonderful thing. I'm going to go ahead and pass these down while she dishes.
Thank
Nikki, there you go.
we love to eat.
Linda, healthy coming to you as
We're
well.
eating clean
There's
before
Linda's
Thanksgiving.
fork, and here comes a plate for me. Mickey, so great to have you here. We hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and safe travels.
We have a
Mickey
friend
is
coming
working. Oh my!
I hope he likes kale.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's a meat eater, so we'll be safe and we won't have to share our salad. But look at you're fine. I had no idea he was such a chicken. What a gorgeous owl from Sarasota Jungle Gardens. We appreciate them bringing the animals to share with us.
He's waving.
Take some time, enjoy the view. He's waving.
Cheers.